Have you ever heard a song so old that it tells tales of knights and ladies from medieval England? What if I told you people were still singing these songs in the heart of America in the 20th century? Welcome to the Ozarks, a region where history isn't just written in books, it's sung, told, and passed down through generations. Imagine this. It's the early 1900s. A man named Vance Randolph, who vacationed in the Ozarks as a kid, is drawn back to the hills. But he's not looking for a quiet getaway. He's on a treasure hunt for ballads, ancient narrative folk songs from England and Scotland. He was captivated by the idea that subsistence farmers in this isolated corner of the United States were singing songs about British royalty and nobility, some with roots stretching all the way back to the late Middle Ages. These weren't just simple tunes. Songs of young women tricked by supernatural beings, of tragic family feuds, of cruel lovers. These old British Isles songs, known as child ballads after the Harvard professor who first collected them, were just the beginning. Ozark singers also had a vast repertoire of their own. They sang more recent songs from Britain and Ireland, but they also created new ballads about American life. They told stories of Robin Hood-like outlaws, of legendary Civil War clashes like the Battle of Pea Ridge, and of tragic railroad disasters. Randolph's work was monumental, which were eventually published in a massive 4-volume set called Ozark Folk Songs. He wasn't alone in this quest. A generation later, another collector, John Quincy Wolfe, focused on the eastern Ozarks, finding his own treasure trove of music and performers. And the performers were the true stars. Randolph worked with gifted singers like Emma Dusenberry of Mena, Arkansas. Wolfe, in turn, connected with incredible talents like Almeida Riddle and the Morris family of Timlow, Arkansas. One of those family members, James Morris, would later become the famous songwriter Jimmy Driftwood, who brought Ozark folk songs to a national audience in the 50s and 60s. While songs were the main attraction, the verbal folklore of the Ozarks runs much, much deeper. Instrumental music, featuring skilled fiddlers like Absy Morrison, was also a vital part of the culture. He collected a huge range of folk narratives. He found long, wondrous stories that we might call fairy tales, some with elements that could be 1,000 years old. He recorded countless ghost stories, often localizing internationally known themes, and documented accounts of witchcraft, a topic usually shrouded in extreme secrecy. He also collected jokes, many of which were too risky for the publications of the 1950s and incredible tall tales. Other collectors focused on folk history, preserving local versions of the adventures of figures like the outlaw Jesse James or stories of Civil War feuds. And then there are the personal narratives, a cornerstone of Ozark storytelling. People would recount their thrilling hunting and fishing adventures, profound religious experiences, or any strange event that happened to them. Family sagas, celebrating patriarchs and matriarchs, were often the main event at family reunions, weaving the history of a family into a powerful shared narrative. Even the shorter forms of verbal folklore are rich with tradition. Riddles, using clever metaphors, tested your knowledge of the farm, nature, and daily life. Proverbs were everywhere, offering time-tested wisdom to comment on human behavior, often in an indirect and witty way. All of these stories, songs, and sayings were delivered in a unique regional dialect. It is a powerful reminder that some of our greatest treasures are the stories we tell each other. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into American folklore, be sure to like and subscribe for more.